Hey guys, Metal Driver here, bringing you another WWE Ultimate review. Today I'll be looking at the Ultimate Edition Edge figure. On the side of the box we see an image of Edge. Then on the back we see the figure posed in action, and another image of Edge, a brief bio, his finisher, career highlights, and a description of this figure. Bio includes standing at 6 feet 5 inches tall, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, finisher, spear, and career highlights include 11-time world champion. The description states, in 2011, a debilitating neck injury forced the Rated R superstar into an early retirement. Then over the years, something happened. He started to feel better. He got a clean bill of health, made his return in the 2020 Royal Rumble match, and restarted his career on his terms. Alright, now that we have looked at the box, let's go ahead and open this figure up and take a closer look at Edge. Alright, and here is the Rated R superstar Edge out of the packaging. But before we take a look at the figure, let's go ahead and look at the accessories that he comes with. Alright, so he comes with an entrance jacket, interchangeable articulated sleeves for the jacket, removable rock and roll hands, and a screaming head sculpt. Then taking a closer look at the head sculpt, and I think this is really well done. The paint came out very well on this sculpt. The teeth look great, the beard looks good, you got gray hairs in the beard, the eyes look good. Painted really well, so are the eyebrows, and I just love the sculpt work on this face. His eyes are all bug-eyed, his mouth is wide open, you can almost hear the scream coming from this figure. The beard is painted really well, and then the most unique thing about this figure, which I don't think Mattel has done with any of their WWE figures, is that he's got sculpted flowing hair. So it's actually sculpted this way as if he's in a running motion. So this is supposed to be used for reenacting his spear, which I love that Mattel did this with this figure. Again, it's something unique, brand new head sculpt. We've never gotten sculpted hair like this. So this is really cool. Hopefully we can see more of that in the future. So this is nice, and the hair is sculpted really well. It does appear to be only one color of paint, but due to the sculpt work, the shadows give it some natural highlights, so I love how this looks. Really well done. And then I will show how this looks on the figure at the end of the video. Then look at the jacket. So here is the body part of the jacket. The detailing on the coat is really good. You've got all these buttons all over, these metal parts, pockets, different paint designs, logos, got stars and stripes here, so very good on the paint here. You get the Rated R Superstar logo here. The lettering came out really well on this logo, so really awesome. And then on the back, you've got another Rated R logo. The R looks good, the star looks good. I love the color of red that we see. Got a lot of silver buttons here and studs, so this is nice. Love how this looks. So in order to put it on the figure, what you need to do is pop the arms off, like so, which is pretty easy. And then you drape the coat over the figure. Make sure that you get the hair over the collar. Alright, like so. And now you have an armless Edge. But now you've got the sleeves here. You just pop them in the socket. And now you've got your entrance gear, full coat with sleeves. Now, as I've mentioned many times in my reviews, I'm not a big fan of plastic jackets. I prefer soft goods jackets. However, what the Ultimate Edition line has been doing is giving us plastic jackets with articulated sleeves. So we've seen that with the Shinsuke figure, Bret Hart, Ronda Rousey, The Fiend. So I actually like this as an alternative. And in my opinion, it actually works out better, because now you've got this beautiful sculpt work and full range of motion with the articulation. So looking at that, shoulder can go that high up, can rotate all the way around. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which have amazing range of motion. And there's a swivel and a hinge there at the wrist, although the jacket kind of hinders that range of motion. Look at the sleeves, really good sculpt work. Paint it looks really good on the silver buttons. Same thing on the other side. So I really love how this jacket looks, so kudos to Mattel for doing an amazing job on this. Then looking at the head sculpt, this is a brand new sculpt. You've got Edge with a stoic look. Paint looks really good on the lips, on the beard. The eyes and the eyebrows look good. Now the hair part, we have seen with Elite 83 Edge. So as you can see, it's the exact same hair piece. So really the only difference with the two figures. The Ultimate Edition is serious, and Elite 83 is smiling and having a good time. Now one thing I did want to note is that the head on Elite 83 doesn't pop off easily, so if you wanted to swap the heads, you would have to heat this up with either a hairdryer or hot water. So in case if you're wondering how that looks, here's the Elite 83 head on the Ultimate Edition body. Alright, then looking at the body of the figure. Now the torso is not brand new. We have seen that with Ultimate Edition Shawn Michaels. So we've got the same torso here, same upper body, same abdomen. So I think this was a great choice because current Edge is very ripped. So this showcases how his physique looks currently. Now, it is a little disappointing they did not include the chest hair and the hair he had on the abs, because he did have that at the 2020 Royal Rumble. However, it's not a huge deal. The tattoos on the arms are really well done, good paint work, good line work all around. Doesn't appear to be any fuzziness or mispaint. Paint here on the forearm looks good. Wristband looks pretty good. Just some slight sloppiness, but not a big deal. Then look at the other arm. Really good paint as well. Good line work, no fuzziness. A little bit of extra paint here on the forearm. That can be scratched off. Tattoo on the forearm over here looks really good. Wristband looks pretty good as well. Alright, then look at the lower body. It's the exact same tight design as Elite 83. So as you can see, they have the same designs. Even the same logos here, just a different color scheme. So Elite 83 had the gray, red, and maroon. This one has mostly this maroon color with a little bit of gray and black. So the logo here looks really good. Again, same logo as the Elite 83. Good paint work, good line work, the letters look good. No fuzzy paint. Same thing here on the other leg. So really well done on the paint here. Looking at the R logo on the front. This looks really good. Paint came out really well on the lines and on the R. He's got nothing on the back. And then you've got his knee pads, black knee pads with the Rated R logo. The R looks good. Line work looks good on both. So really good job here on the paint. And then he's got his boots, which have the same flame design as Elite 83. But instead of the rock and roll symbol, here we have the Rated R logo. So this looks good as well. Good paint work, good line work. Really happy with how the paint looks. The flames look good. The white line looks pretty good as well. So overall, a really good job on the paint. An overall pretty solid looking figure. Alright, then going over the articulation, the head's on a ball joint. It can go actually pretty high up, which is surprising. I would have thought that the plastic hair would have hindered that articulation. Can't look that far down. Shoulder has a hinge which allows it to go that high up. It can rotate all the way around. There is a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. It is hindered a bit by this elbow pad, so he doesn't get the full range of motion. He has a swivel and hinge at the wrist. There is a ball joint at the diaphragm. He can crunch that far forward and go that far back. He's got some pretty good pivot action here, and he can twist side to side a bit at the upper diaphragm, and then he does have a waist swivel. Ball joints at the hips, which allow the legs to go that far out. It can go that high up. There's a thigh cut, double jointed knees, a cut at the top of the boot. Ankle has a hinge which allows it to go that high up, that far down. He has some pretty good ankle pivot and toe articulation. Alright, and here's the new Ultimate Edition Edge figure next to Elite 83 Edge, the ringside exclusive Edge Heads figure, and the WrestleMania Elite Edge figure. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on the Ultimate Edition Edge figure? I absolutely love this figure. I think Mattel did a great job. They executed this figure very well. The entrance jacket looks amazing. The articulated sleeves is really well done. The paint on the tights look good. The paint on the tattoos look great. The paint on the head sculpts look amazing. And speaking of head sculpts, this head sculpt is fantastic. I love the expression on his face. They nailed the screaming expression. And the best thing of all, I love the flowing hair. I love how it's just flowing back. Perfect for if you're into toy photography and you want to pose him doing the spear. And even if you just want to sit him on your shelf, spearing another figure, that is a perfect head sculpt. Now, in case you're wondering about Elite 83 Edge, since that was recently released, I know some collectors out there don't like having the same figure over and over again. So do I think this is worth picking up over Elite 83? Well, personally, I think both figures are worth picking up. I think they're both great in their own right. So I think if you're an Edge fan, you should really pick up both figures. However, if you could only get one and you had to choose one between the two, I would say get the Ultimate Edition. This one is without a doubt the best Edge figure that Mattel has released. He has great articulation, great paint, great accessories, and it is a must-have in your collection. So if you like this review, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe so you can see more WWE reviews. Follow me on social media so you can keep up to date with all my wrestling figure photography. Then stay tuned till the end to see pictures of this figure in action, and I'll see you next time.